All right, hey everyone. My name is John Geary, and I am the instructor for Survey of Chemistry 2 over the summer. Now, for those of you who had Survey 1 with me, it's going to be very similar to how we took the first course. For those of you that haven't, I'm going to go through everything here, kind of like an introduction. I'm going to show you the online program that you're going to need to be able to complete assignments and where to find everything for the course. Okay? So first off, we want to go to Cougar View, right? Open up your Cougar View and find the Survey of Chemistry tab for 2024. The course number CRN is 50514. 50514. All right. So once you come here, you'll have an announcements page. I will every now and again I'll make an announcement about an upcoming exam or due dates for assignments. Also, if I added a video or practice problems, stuff like that, I may make announcements here. So check on here every now and again just to make sure that you aren't missing anything. Um, but most of everything that you're going to be looking for is going to be under content. So go to content and you'll see a getting started section. So click there first. I'll have this introduction video here, and then the syllabus for the course. We can kind of go through that real quick. So the course is June 24th through July 24th. But as I said, it's completely online. And so what that means is you kind of get to work at your own pace. I've made certain due dates. I think all the assignments are due by July 21st. And then we have a midterm exam, which will count as 25% of your grade. And that'll be from July 6th to July 8th. And then we have a final exam, which will be between July 22nd through 24th. And the reason I do that is to give everybody time. If you can't get in there at a certain time, instead of just making it a certain time for everybody to take it, I give you a series of days, and then that gives you an opportunity, whether you work days or nights or weekdays or weekends, to have some chance to get in there and take it. All right, the quizzes are found here in Cougar View. You'll go to assessment and then to quizzes. I don't know if you can see them yet. I haven't made them available, but as we get closer to the exam date, this is where you'll find them under assessment and then quizzes. Assignments are completed through Alex. All right, so I've included a link here to Alex with a class code. You'll go here and then create an account, new student, sign up, give the class code that we saw back here in Cougar View. I'm going to show you that again. The class code right here, and then that'll kind of sign you up. I'm going to try to get a financial aid code, but it's since the courses are so short, a lot of people are trying to get all of the coursework done in those 2 weeks of financial aid access, and it's a little problematic. They're contacting me about it, so I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm going to try to get a financial aid code out there, so you'll be able to, at least, even if you don't have money. I think the program costs about $80 once you buy the program and the book together, which is a good deal. But yeah, financial aid access code will give you temporary access, so you can be getting onto your coursework if you haven't got your financial aid yet. So I'm going to try to do that, and I'll include that here as soon as they send it to me. Okay. Um, but yeah, so all of the coursework is on Alex. Let me talk about that for a second. So once you log in to Alex, oh, sorry. Once you log into Alex, it'll pop up. It's what we call them modules, and so you work through the problems uh, one at a time, and it'll ask them over and over again. So you kind of drill it in to your brain. So you have to get multiple right in a row, and it can be frustrating at times. So what I want you to do is, if you're getting hung up on a topic and you're getting a bunch wrong, or you don't know you get one right, you get one wrong, you can't get the problem every time, take a screenshot of it and email that to me, and then I can help you work through the problem, okay? Or work an example problem, or share a video that'll help you approach the problem from a different angle, okay? So that's why I'm here. Please feel free to email me as much as you want to about any questions concerning ALEKS or the coursework. So when you log in ALEKS, you have to go through and do an assessment. It's essentially just like a quiz on how much you already know, and if you do really well on it, it'll give you credit towards some of the topics. So I mean, I wouldn't just skip over it unless you know that you don't know anything. Then you can just click on I have no prior knowledge of this. Now, this is a tutorial to show you how to kind of enter answers. I also suggest people do this because sometimes they don't enter answers in correctly, or it doesn't quite match up with ALEKS. So if that's a problem, if you think you're getting the answer right, and when ALEKS gives you back and says the same thing that you're putting in, email me. I can give you credit for that problem so you don't have to keep working it and working and working it. All right. I'm gonna skip the tutorial, but like I said, you probably need to go through that and just make sure you know how to enter in the data, especially like exponents and coefficients and parentheses, and being able to work out all of that. I'm not sure you'll have as much of that as we did in Survey 1, but it is good to know. There's also another thing. It's called a molecule builder, and if you're not familiar with that, it's just essentially building chemical shapes and molecules. So that'll be new to you, but my videos do work some problems so you can kind of see how I approach it and how I think about it. But as you learn more about the chemistry in this course, then you'll get more familiar with how to build those molecules and how to use this program. But I know it can be tricky if you've never done it before. So if you get hung up, like I said, email me with a screenshot of what you're working on, and then maybe I can get on a Zoom conference or something and show you how to get through it. All right. So this is that initial assessment. It's called a knowledge check. I'm going to skip this. Start knowledge check. And like I said, they'll give you credit for it if you do really well. I'm just going to skip it and say that I have no knowledge of these topics. All right, so now we're getting started with your ALEKS, and it will have you'll just it'll jump right into questions. All right, so now this is going to be foreign to you. This is how you work this material. Go back to content in your Cougar view. Go to the chapter that you're working on. In this case, it's chapter 11. It's called Intro to Organic on this one. And watch the lecture video. All right, go through the PowerPoint. I've also provided more videos that kind of help elaborate on certain topics that I want you to know. But everything that you need to complete the coursework is here. All right, either it's in these videos. You might just get by with watching a lecture video, and enough of it clicks that you're able to go in there and complete all the work. Or you might have to go through and find other videos that talk about certain topics, like why are you getting hung up, right? Is it drawing skeletal structures, or understanding what a hydrocarbon is? I've included videos to help you with all this. But if there's something that you still are not getting, like I said, always you can email me and we can try to work through it and figure it out. All right. So that ought to get you through ALEKS. Where was I? Here. All right. And then as you complete these, you're able to get it. As you get one right, you're able to move on and I thought I'd be able to do this quickly, but it doesn't look like I am. I was going to show you just have to get multiple right in a row. And they're also very particular about how you put them in. See, that's a double bond. I don't want to do that. All right, carbon. Oh, we just needed 2. All right. So, and then once you get another one, I'll get 2 on this green bar up top. And then once you get 3 in a row, you get to move on. So, it's like I said, it's a little time consuming, but it's not that bad once you learn the material. It's just going in and putting the work in. All right. So, you can work through these relatively quickly if you have already understood the material. If you go in here and try to just start tackling each problem, with no understanding of really what it's asking, or trying to Google it and say, well, what's the ethylene look like? And now you're trying to build it. I mean, you can do that. You'll probably actually get through it eventually. But having that knowledge, watching the lecture videos, and then understanding the chemistry will help you be able to do these quickly. All right. And then if you get through all of these, the exams should be no problem. So that's the goal here, is just to work through as much of this as possible. And I'll have midterm and final exam study guide. So you'll be able to know what I'm going to ask on the exams and prepare for it. So there shouldn't be no problem there. And I'm always here if you need me. So if you have any questions, like I said, always email me. I usually get back to you as quick as possible. Um, I am away from my computer sometimes throughout the day. So if it's changing or Zoom meetup, we need to set a time that's good for you. And you can just let me know that in the email. But if it's something that I can help quickly with, like I said, take a screenshot of whatever it is you're working on, so I don't have to look at my computer. I'll know what you're working on, and I can get back to you and maybe give you a quick answer or see what you're doing wrong in the way that you answered it. All right. So that's it for the introduction. Um, good luck, everybody, and I'll see you next time.